What's up, people? Welcome to Phlox'em. We are doing our second official stream ever, which is pretty fun. Still trying to find time in the schedule for this. It's kind of just like when I'm gonna do it, but don't have anything consistent yet, which is a little bit sad. But that's just life right now. Doing some other things that will hopefully not take too long, but kind of digging into Keyforge time in general, and so on top of that, trying to stream on top of it is not the easiest, but I do want to do it more, and I have no plans of slowing down in this game at all, especially with waiting for Winds of Exchange, which I got to play a couple decks on Tuesday at our locals from Winds of Exchange, and that set just it seems so much fun. I cannot wait. It's gonna be a blast. With the streaming though, I'm very new to this, so if anything is wrong, if sound levels are off, please let me know. I want this to be a good experience for sure. But today we're just going to be having some fun at our locals on Tuesday. One of my friends there actually opened the first deck that I've seen, in person at least, that is a namesake deck for me. So this is Orion, Orphan Glen Herbalist, and they opened it. I did not. They didn't know this was my handle or anything. I think somebody else there told them, and so at the end of the night, they just ended up giving this to me because it's a namesake deck, and it's the only one I have right now. I think a while back, I tried to find some of these like on the secondary market, and most of the time when you search Orion, you get a lot of like foreign name decks that have Orion as like part of a bigger word, and so they weren't actually Orion, and they're all in other countries. And then two, like finding ones that like there's just none of these that are actually on the secondary market that have that name that I've seen. So if anyone would like to send me one, that would be great. But otherwise, this will be a first for me, and I think it looks like a fun deck. It's pretty simple as far as the Worlds Collide goes. It's kind of what you expect from like a lower SAS Worlds Collide, but I think there's some really fun stuff in here. First off, the logos is like, it's missing Eddie, which is never the most fun. It's kind of what you're really looking for in logos. Also doesn't have like a Tau Vapors, so it's a little bit lacking on some of the efficiency stuff there, but things like Daughter, Candle Unit, even Quantum Sanitation Engineer can still get you some stuff as far as efficiency and speed. But nothing crazy. It does have a little bit of creature control, which Worlds Collide in general can be so light on that. What's up, Fudge? And Lavinous Twitch, Cam. So glad you guys are here. It's fun. I'm excited to do this. Yeah, like I said before, not going to be the most consistent, but I just want to do it. And I love talking about Keyforge. I love getting to watch Lavinous when you're doing your Keyforge streams during the week. Like, I know I don't get to participate all the time, but it's just a blast because you just enjoy the game so much, and I do too. And now I'm getting to kind of hopefully share that a little bit. Plus, you all get to see I don't know what kind of face this is, but get to have a little bit more personal contact. Anyways, Logos is pretty, 21 SAS seems about right. It's doing some stuff. It's pretty creature dependent. Anomaly Exploiter is a card I do really like though. I have some other decks where they don't really have the full board clears, but the Anomaly Exploiter does so much work because there's so much ping damage. So we'll see how much work that does in this deck. I think what I'm most excited for is the double Kymor Eclipse. It's a card that when Worlds Collide first came out, I thought it was terrible. I didn't like it. I hated that it bounced my own creatures. Doesn't have an Amber Pip. I thought it was just kind of a really frustrating card. But the more I've played decks that focus on kind of combo-y recursion and stuff, the more I just really like this. I don't have any decks that like utilize it super well. But Kymor with the Ronnie Risk Locks is just a blast. I think there's also We'll see how it works out. I might end up hitting the chain gang with it too, just if I'm not able to line up the chain gang with the subtle chain, it might make sense to just throw it back in my deck and try again. Other than that, the Shadows isn't doing a whole lot. Key of Darkness, like, if you've ever forged a key with Key of Darkness, you're in an elite few, because it just doesn't happen. It's not quite as bad as the other one, but it's still pretty bad. Oh no, that is the one. This is the worst one. What's the other one? What's in beefy? Do you guys remember what's the other Shadows? Oops. Shadows key cheat from Age of Ascension. That was just awful. Nightforge. That one at least has a pip on it. Whereas Key of Darkness does not have a pip on it. And it's basically like if you have a couple old Brunos or something, you might get them down to 0 amber. Or it'd be really good after like a Sting. After Sting hits them, but otherwise it's gonna be a discard. Hugger Mugger's fine. Fidget is fun if they don't have enough like kind of removal for those elusive creatures. Fidget can be really disruptive. Trust No One, probably gonna do a lot in this deck because it's pretty small creatures. Like 66 power, the candle unit will stick, but most everything else is gonna die. So that Trust No One could actually end up being steal for more than just one. Breaker Hill dies. That's what it does. Pestering Blow is fine. It can shut down some of those scary creatures for a turn or so. The Untamed, I think, is what I'm really excited about in this deck. Mimicry is a card that I adore. It's just a fantastic card. Pestering Blow can be... It's not bad. It's definitely better than... what's the one from Logos in Age of Ascension? Poke. Poke is terrible. Pestering Blow is a little bit more... It's still situational, but it's a lot better just because it can kind of get around certain things, get around taunts or whatever if you just need to turn off a Scary Reap effect. But, you know, it's nothing like game-breaking, but I like it. Enrage, I think, is also one of those like things that still isn't expressed well enough in Worlds Collide, but it does have its uses. Like, I've seen a deck with, what is it, double Soul Fiddle. It's so disruptive, like, halfway through the game when those have been down for a while. It really starts messing with you, especially if they have, like, a sticky board of, like, Armored Sanctum dudes or whatever, so we'll see how it does. I think in this deck, because I'm not super lacking on creature control, but, like, I'm not going to be fighting creatures off the board, the Enrage could be really good. Do have the Unnatural Selection, though, which is just a fantastic card from Worlds Collide Untamed. Combos really well with things like Phlox'em. We've got the Mustic Murmook to drive the key cost up so that Ronnie gets turned on, and then 2 Imprinted Murmooks to keep my key cost lower, which, who knows? Maybe we'll get a Key of Darkness off of double Imprinted Murmook, but more likely we mimic one of their key cheats while we have them Imprinted Murmooks down. Got some Amber with Mab the Mad, Roxador, arguably the worst rare ever printed. That or Nepeta Gigantica, which is also an Untamed. But just, you know, it's a creature with Skirmish. That is pretty awful. But it's there. Feathered Shaman can do some work if you're able to get it next to like a Candle unit or something. Deepwood, nothing fantastic. Unsuspecting Trade, nothing fantastic, but it is a little bit more creature control, which is good. So, you know, I think it's going to be fun, mainly because just seeing how these Chimera Eclipses work with the rest of the deck. Phlox'em is another card that can combo with them if you're kind of able to keep putting that back in the deck. Same with Mab the Mad or the Mustic Murmook. So some synergy. I think the Logos doesn't want to get hit with those Chimeras most of the time. We'll see. Jargoggle gives us a little bit of efficiency, but I don't know. Let's just go ahead and get a game going. I think I'm just gonna start in a casual queue. I think it should be my first one in here. I just put this in. I was just saying, Fudge, I don't know if you heard it or not, got this on Tuesday at our locals because one of the other guys just randomly opened it. We were just playing a bunch of games, and then someone else there told them that Orion was my handle, and so he just gave it to me, which, It's great. It's one of my first new decks in a while, so getting a new deck feels good in general. But we'll see how it does. And as always, I should have gotten this queued up to find a match before starting talking about it, but we got one. Nougat Monster. So I think as far as first turn plays here, let's look at what they got first. Key Abduction with the No Drone. No Drone is a cool card. I kind of hope that comes back someday. Crystal Hive is back in Winds of Exchange, and it's terrifying with the right, like with Mars tokens. Oh, it's going to be disgusting. What else are we looking at? Collector Worm, not a ton of... Oh, they got the Resonator. Is this... Is that a Legacy John Smith? Wait, what set is this? I think we're good to keep this hand. We got the Daughter and some artifacts that we want to get down, so we'll just start with that. It's Age of Ascension. For some reason, I didn't think John Smith... It's got to be a Legacy, right? But I didn't think Crystal Hive was in there either. Gonna have to go look at this deck. Am I just going crazy? Like normally. Oh yeah, they're both Legacies. That's awesome. And a good test of my knowledge. Untamed is what we gotta be really scared of in this deck though. Oh, nope, Mars is what we have to be scared of. Okay. Unfortunately, we have no good answers for Mars in hand, so we're gonna have to give him a turn. So normally, I would have played this stuff, but I think I want to hold this, and since I'm holding this, I might as well dump some other stuff here. So I'm gonna drop these two down, see if we can get wards, or threaten wards at least. But yeah, this is a problem. So we need him to. Okay, we got some answers. Need him to play some more Mars though, so that this gets turned on. But I mean, the Crystal Hive with the John Smith already is not good. Go on Sanctum though. Okay, so we should have a turn to be able to kill this. Don't have artifact control, do we? No. That's a bummer. Okay, so we got an Ambassador. Untamed Ambassador, so we definitely need to kill that. Mighty Lance is gonna take out a lot of stuff. Either the Daughter or the Murmook. Okay, and then the Feathered Shaman. So that's one of our efficiency pieces gone, and we have Recursion, but it's got to get hit by a Kymor. I think we're fine here. Question is, do I want to hold this? I would put it under Jargoggle, except there's a good chance I bounce Jargoggle with a Kymor, so we don't want to do that. We're gonna go Logos, just gonna get these down. Don't want to hit our Murmook with the Twin Bolt, so we're just gonna go ahead and Twin Bolt these two. And then he's got the armor, so this wouldn't have done any damage anyways. And then just to see if we can do it, just make this game's goal now, is to get the Key of Darkness off from under the Jargoggle. The problem is, I will not remember the actual restrictions of Key of Darkness to know like if it'll forge a key or not, so... Glimmer comes down, gets the Untamed Ambassador back. I think, ooh. And of course, we just played all of our ping damage, but we got the Kymor now, so I think... I don't love Kymoring this back into their deck. Could Pestering Blow it. Doesn't feel too bad. And then we'll probably leave this down and cycle this back into the deck just so we can get... I mean, the goal with this is to see if we can get Steel with it later on, so... let's go ahead and go Shadows. So... question is, we try and keep the Breaker Hill down. I think we do. So let's throw this down. He does have Elusive. So let's ping here. Or I'll just grab the wrong card, you know, because... I mean, I don't really need that on either of these because they're already elusive and they're not going to be fighting. Just a misclick there. We still did what we wanted. We killed the Glimmer, so it didn't get cycled back into the deck by the Kymor. Would have been nice to wait for a Ronnie with the Kymor, but that was stuff I kind of had to get rid of, so. Let's see. Tamed Ambassador is back down, and it is elusive. I don't think I have a way we can kill it. Do they have artifact control? Rustnars? It's not super terrifying. What do they play out of Untamed with that? Gotta be careful of Life Web here, so we're probably not going to play one of our logos. Or we could just go Untamed and steal one. Oh yeah, because this can actually kill that, but then I don't get into check. Let's go logos. Let's keep cycling. So we're probably gonna... We do want to play around the Life Web because of this, so... We'll dump this guy. This guy next to Breaker. Put Tantadlin under it, because we don't mind if that just goes away forever. Him on the right. And then I think we are going to pocket Universe. Unless I'm missing something crazy. It's just the Rustnars, so as long as I can keep those dead, this is actually pretty safe. I should ask on the Discord, Fudge, but is there a way you guys kind of just like automatically post to a few different Discords when you go live? I'm so tech illiterate with that kind of stuff. I really need to figure it out, but I kind of wanted to get practiced and more consistent before I really got into those things. Okay, so Babbling Bibliophile's gone. Jargoggle's gone, archiving the Tantadlin. And we're down to... 3, 4 amber. Let's see if we can get around that. Ready Lance doesn't seem too bad, but I don't think we need it here. We're just gonna go Untamed and probably just hold the Mimicry for now. So we can kill that. We still don't get into check though. We don't get into check anyways. Shoot. I think that's fine. Are they going to be archiving much? John Smith. Go ahead and say yes here. We're going to ditch this guy. Throw this down on the right so it can steal. Use this to steal. And throw this down on left to blow up that. Still no check there. But keeping the things under control that we need to on their board. What is our Mimicry target here? We're still playing around Life Web. I guess I could have played the 3 there to try and bait the Life Web out and then just Mimicry it next turn, but they would have to play 3 creatures. Blinding Light isn't bad. Key Abduction would be pretty lucky if that came out. Okay, so there's Rustnar, so we gotta kill that. Do we have a way to kill it? Could Mimicry it, or Mimicry something. Man, Ideolance might be our best Mimicry target anyways, aside from maybe like Persistence Hunting. Not a lot of crazy actions there. Okay. Nothing in their archives. Do need to kill the Rustnar. I think we're fine letting this die. So let's go ahead and Mimicry. The Mighty Lance. Right here. We'll have this fight to kill that. And these can both steal off of Breaker. Drop that down on the right. Key cost is 4. We're at 6. They're at 0. And they don't have a ton of Amber control. They got the Resonator. But they'd have to have something to put next to it to actually tax us past the 6. Also, I realized that Dataforge Stream just started streaming NKFL, so if you're switching over to that, not a problem. Definitely much higher caliber games than what you're watching here. This is just for fun. Okay, gonna use the amber off there just to be safe. Do we want Phloxia? Good Phloxia here. Let's do that. Go back into Untamed. Instead of stealing, we're just gonna fight off this Penpaka. Just to get rid of that buff that they have, and then get our own Phloxia proc. And we're back at check with the Mermooks down, so it's going pretty fast here. I gotta remember that they can use this Crystal Hive any turn they want now because of the combat pheromones. So it's not just about keeping their Mars creatures in check. I really need to keep their whole board in check. Unfortunately, we're still missing another one of the Kymors for that Ronnie, but they're not in check yet. I mean, I could just go back into Untamed here. Fight this off with Phloxia. Steel Reap. Doesn't seem bad. Could almost fight with the Mermook, but I don't want to give them a chance to kill that. It's going well so far. I think we've kind of been dodging a lot of their burstier stuff. Shutting down. I mean, yeah, we're still waiting to see a lot of those actions, like Blinding Light and Life Web and Persistence Hunting. Unless I just missed them earlier. But, yeah, no. Okay, so Key Abduction's gone, so they're not going to be key cheating. Do see a stun. Both of those. How'd they stun both? Oh, I got stunned from the Amber Conduction unit. Let's go ahead and go Logos here. Drop that. Go ahead and Anomaly Exploiter their Tantadlin, just because, again, we don't want them getting that Crystal Hive turned off with a big board. Like some Amber. Play Roxador. Best Untamed ever. So their deck seems to be really struggling to just generate Amber, but I feel like they're kind of trying to build up to something bigger. They tap all my Untamed. Quicksand will kill the Tantadlin. Question is, do they pop this yet? I'm sure they want a bigger board before they do that, but I just don't know if that's going to happen. I really like this next Logos turn. We can finally get the Candle unit down, which will make this a lot harder for them. And they're not in check yet, so there's not really a reason to play our Shadows. Just go back into Logos. Drop this on the right, drop this on the right, shielding this from a Kymor later. Go ahead and ward here. Blow up the Opal Knight, and an Amber. So I'm liking what this deck is doing. I think it's been able to deal with creatures enough. There's a Blinding Light. That's fine, this guy just needs to sit here. Be fun to be able to play some actions off Quant, but at the moment, I don't mind a Kymor here at all. So, man, feel a little bit bad. This is why I just shouldn't be playing in casual, but that's how it goes. We've been handcrafting this Shadows turn for a while, so let's think about this. We're going to Ronnie on the right. Kymor. Steel to take him off the key. Fidget. Hugger Mugger. Sorry, the Hugger Mugger is what takes him off the key. Okay, here's a big Mars turn, probably. They haven't played Mars in quite a while. But we are in check with the 2 on the Pocket Universe, so... Without Resonator, I don't think they stop that. Yeah, I think that's going to be GG, but we'll see what they can do. I don't have a Mars first, I don't think. Cool. All right, well, game 1. I wouldn't say their deck was extremely scary, but it does have a lot of witch-type creatures that you really have to be able to deal with. We didn't see the, like, Abond or the Grey Rider. I feel like we dodged a lot of their stronger cards at the beginning of the game. That would have slowed us down at least, so probably a little bit lucky, but I think... Oh, he's against J. Philippe too. Should we just go raid him? Because I think probably everyone wants to watch him anyways. That's okay. We'll do a couple more and maybe just put this on YouTube. So let's go ahead and throw Orion into competitive. See how it does. Cool. At least the internet's working good today. When I first did this, there were definitely some issues. So what do we see in that game? The artifacts, again, if they don't have good artifact control, the Pocket Universe can do some stuff. It's not an amazing card, but it's just one of those ways to protect Amber. And it makes your opponent have to do a lot more math with like the imprint of Murmooks and stuff. They have to kind of be watching where all your Amber's at to know if you're actually going to be able to forge or not. Didn't seem to need a huge board. We do have, it's only 9 pips, which isn't crazy. Got a lot of value off the Breaker Hill, which is probably not going to be very normal, especially in competitive, so we'll see how this goes. We do have our own NKFL game later today. I'm not streaming those yet. I'm really trying to just get more used to this. This is only my second solo stream, and I've noticed I really struggle to think straight when I'm also trying to talk to people. When I'm just recording, it's not as hard for some reason. Okay, also got a Worlds Collide, we got an Eddy, double Wild Wormhole, Cutthroat, double Subtle Chain, double Chain Gang Ronnie, Brent's Necklifter. Okay, so we're not using that. Double Stealth Mode, double Moon. Okay. I don't think this is, like, it's going to be a tough matchup, but I don't think it's unwinnable for us. They got to be really careful with those Brens. What do we want to start with, though? I think we're fine with the Jar Goggle. Just to get things moving. Do they have bounce? No. So I think we're safe putting... I'll just put that under there anyways. Oh no, we should have put this because they do have the subtle chains, and we don't want that getting discarded. Shoot. Okay. Learning. Also, that's kind of a nombo, because if you fight something, then it's damaged, and you can't actually damage it with this, so... Let's go ahead and go Shadows here, just to turn off that Yancey Gang. It's still a tough call, because if I want to play Timewar now, I don't mind losing the... whatever that card is. Not Suspecting Bray. Whereas I would be sad losing the Mimicry, but... Okay, Eddy comes down quick, that's fine. Got a nice Logos, okay. Gotta be careful of that, but we do have the Kymores, so as long as it's on an edge, we should be fine. We'll go back into Logos here. Let's get that down. We will... Yeah, see, even here, it doesn't do much, so we'll just reap. What do we want to get Kymored from this group? I think it might be Chain Gang. Do between those two, so let's do this. I probably should have played the Wild Wormhole first, but we'll deploy this guy right in here. See if we can get a couple heals on that candle unit. So I should have played the Wild Wormhole first in case of the Kymor, because I would have rather lose these two and get to play these two. Even though like my ideal Kymor targets are this guy and this guy. So I guess I could have played him first and then Wild Wormhole, but if I want him on the inside, it's just, I don't know. I really love the like board sequencing. I'm kind of sad that like Mass Mutation feels like they went away from that strategy a little bit, or kind of like needing to, oh no, here's the Chain Gang, needing to really pay attention to that. They kind of went away from that a little bit, but it's just really fun when you feel like you've done it right, or when you kind of just have that kind of puzzle to work through. So they got their own Ronnie now. They got a second Yancey Gang. In a little bit of trouble here. Shadows board could get out of hand pretty fast. Fights my Chain Gang. Fights Quant, because they don't want to re-put the candle unit down. Discards my Subtle Chain with their Subtle Chain. And then gets to steal with their own Chain Gang. Or they're fighting? No, they stole. Ouch. Okay. I think we're okay though, because we can information exchange them. And then drop the Murmook to hit their... Actually, we'll probably fight to hit their Chain Gang. And then have the Murmook kill this maybe? Or... No, because I can't hit undamaged creatures. The card is just not good. Let's do... We're not killing this either way. So we're going to have this fight... Yeah, doesn't matter. Fight there. I'm going to play this first because we don't want it to get hit by a Kymor. Play the Murmook to ping their Chain Gang. And we're not worried about killing the Eddie right now because we have 0 Amber. We are going to steal 2 back with the Mimicry. Still have a decent Shadows follow-up, but it's not as bad as it was. We got our Kymor. We have to kill the Ronnie before we Kymor, though. So probably going to take a Logos or Untamed turn next turn. No stealth mode anyways, that's fine. Okay, so we got to remember we got the Hazardous now from Melina. And Moon is going to rearrange. Who's Battle Line? If they're worried about Kymor, they'll probably do their own. Put Ronnie and Eddie on the outside. Oh, puts Eddie next to Melina. That's fine. It's actually better because I think we're going to run Jargoggle into this guy. Or into Ronnie. No, we'll run him into this guy. Nope. I remember we have this too, so we can use that to blow up something that gets pinged. Okay. So Jargoggle will run into Ronnie to deal 2, something else. So the Logos. We're gonna kill this with the Anomaly Exploiter, I think. Probably just damage these 2. Oh, I can't play actions. So we're not gonna do that play. It's great. It's so great. We're just gonna kill the Yancey Gang here. No, we're not because of the Cloaking Dongle. Man, this is why I'm not streaming these games. Alright. Get it together. So let's see. Yeah. That maybe wouldn't have mattered because I think the Cloaking Dongle was next to this anyways. We do have Bren come down, though. That's fine. Unless they have a way to kill it in shadows. They do not. So, if they can get it on an outside flank. Twin bolts kill these two. My guess is got Fighting Walloon in. Fighting Walloon and I are starting the Aggie League, which has just started up. I think he just released the pods today. We're not in the same division, but Fighting Walloon, I believe, is the one who created Kagi to begin with. Oh. Sneaky play. Very nice. Very, very good there. It's unfortunate, but very good. Especially with us not having Ronnie. I thought I had Ronnie. Have I just not drawn it yet? Nope. Okay. So we don't want to Kymor the Mustic right now. We're fine Kymoring this. I think we're just going shadows regardless. There's not another... Yeah. This is a discard. I think we're going to Kymor the Breaker Hill. Ring of Invisibility. It's on the left. Oh, well, we want to keep the Murmook. Yeah, I think that's more important. Okay, well, nothing amazing, but we do have the Ronnie now with another Kymor. That was a brutal turn, though. So they, if you miss what happened there, they... How did they play the... Oh, they played Brend with the Wild Wormhole, so that wasn't even planned. They just were able to do it. And then they hit their own Brend with the Twin Bolt emissions, and then used a remote access to use my Anomaly Exploiter to blow up the Brend to steal 3. So, very good heads up play from them. Not out of it, though. We'll keep going. I think I like the lineup I'm sitting here with. It's plenty for them to deal with. We might go Logos next turn just to get a little bit more of this down. And we have no more stealth mode, or they're just going to fight off. Oh, that's just from the Assault 2 there. Okay. There's no actions. It's unfortunate. Can just go Untamed. We can't kill the Yancey gang with Untamed, though. I think it's our best play. They don't have anything that hurts me if I reap. So we'll play this guy on the left. Again, I'm going to try and protect that. Candle unit a little bit more, because I think with this Star Alliance line especially, we want that candle unit sitting there for a while. Which it should, now that it's elusive. They kind of have to throw a lot into it. Oh, I guess 2 creatures now that it's damaged and they have Kirkar. Unless they... Snecklifter now. They can Snecklifter the Anomaly Exploiter and kill it. Could maybe go see how Zock's game is going, but I don't want to disrupt them. So I have a lot of Untamed left. Seeing this late. We'll see if they keep going wide here. Back into shadows means most likely. If they chain gang... Oh wait, no. They have 2 chain gang. Yeah, 2 subtle chains. If they subtle chain my Ronnie, I'm going to be pretty sad. But they're going to get another... Yeah. So that's what they're going to do. So they'll use that to kill candle units. Oh no, because it doesn't change the house if you already have that house. So they can't use it till next turn. That's actually pretty big for us. They steal one with Yancey Gang now, which, yeah. So they're not in check because of our Untamed line. Do we go back into Untamed? Is Ronnie gone? Ronnie's gone. So we're not too worried about going higher now. They have the information exchanges, but it's not super great for them. Do want to kill this, but we don't really have a way to now without the anomaly exploiters. So we'll go ahead and ward this to keep them from killing it. So we will. Do we want to keep Mab out? Do this, because that way it'll get hit with the Kymore next turn. Reap, and I don't think we really want to fight anything, so we'll just start trying to catch up. We'll let them go high and get something back with Ronnie, and then we'll shuffle Ronnie back. And if they keep us from forging here, we're actually going to steal off Hugger Mugger, which maybe was an argument for just playing Hugger Mugger last turn and cycling these. Yeah, that's probably the way I should have gone. Hits Twin Bolt, which is definitely the best thing we could have hit here. Man, they're going to steal. Keep me off check here. But the candle unit stays for another turn. And we are getting close to drawing our unnatural selection while they have a big board. Okay, so we do forge, unfortunately. So again, we don't really want to shuffle this back into the deck. Because let's see, this will be 2, so I'll go to 9, 8. Yeah. Let's go Shadows. I want to keep this out because they're going to forge either way. So let's do Ronnie. Kymore. Not ideal. I think there are turns. I think we should have taken that Shadows turn the turn before because we would have gotten the steal off of the Hugger Mugger, which would have been slightly better. We just would have gotten one less off of the Ronnie, but then we would have Kymored it, so maybe it doesn't matter. Question is, do we even play our other artifacts? Because we just gave them back the Snack Lifter. Do have Ronnie back, and they have to deal with more elusive guys. And they still have this on the board, so I think we're definitely limiting their board use right now. They're going to have to do some creature control, and their Red Alert is worthless because we have more creatures, or less creatures than them. What could they do? Oh, Kirby could do something. Both the stealth modes are gone, though, which is very good for us. Okay, so 2 fights into Candle Unit. Kill that. Sorry, I didn't know I was so far away from the camera. I have a weird setup because I'm on like a laptop with another monitor, so it's kind of weird to get everything where it needs to be. Plus, the keyboard on my laptop doesn't work, so I have to use a secondary keyboard, which sits in front of the laptop keyboard. It's just a mess. Okay, so Kirby plays a Tao Tao. That's fine. Like I said, they had to do some fighting to deal with the board anyways. If we go unnatural this turn, what do we leave? Amber Tracker. I don't want to leave them 3 of the same house. Another Moon is going to throw creatures around, so we'll just wait a couple minutes for that to finish. Question is, are they going to kill this Shadows? I don't think it's worth going back into Shadows. We have a decent Untamed turn. I might just kill my Shadows with Unnatural Selection. Because it seems like I should probably Unnatural Selection this turn. Force field, discards red alert. Okay, so we don't want to leave the wormhole tech alive. That's a shame, because I really wanted to leave that alive. A couple more reaps. Maybe we just leave it alive anyways. I guess I could fight it. Something, ward this and then fight it. Yeah, we've got the Shadows follow-up, so I think... Ooh, what's in their archive? Do we know? No, because it's off Tao Tao. What could it be? I don't think any of their actions are impactful enough that I want to try and do that this turn, so we'll go ahead and kill our Shadows off. Because we want to have this on tame board. Actually, we could kill off the Mustic. Or we could ward it. It stays, so I could leave 4 things alive. I think we want to shuffle this back in just so we get the steal off of it. Puts him at 5, which is a little scary. Let's do that. Reap. Unnatural selection. Choose 3 friendly. This, and this. Choose 3 enemy. We'll do this, this, and tracker. This is gonna fight here. Reap. Puts us in Ronnie range, and they did draw through, so could sting us. But we can Ronnie back if they do that. And our key cost is 5 right now, so just Ronnie does not actually take us off check. I like the Untamed in this house. It's got some fun setup stuff. Against a lot of board control, it's not going to do much, but to do information exchange to steal, plays an Eddy to bring our key cost up. See if they get one more amber here. So they don't Anomaly Exploiter because that would kill the Mustic here. I don't like my draws. It's kind of the real problem we're running into. And I'm not getting through them no matter what house I pick here. So we basically just have to win next turn. Or stop them from winning next turn. No matter what. If the Fidget stays alive, it gives us a little bit more chance. So I think we just go Untamed. We will. Fight the Eddy. This reaps toward these. Reap out with everything. We'll see. My guess is they just steal all the Shadows, or they fight this here and then Anomaly Exploiter it to put themselves in check. Or they could just Wild Wormhole to try and pull some Shun cards. They played 1 Information Exchange, so they could have the second of those. We're having more though, so we do have a shot of doing some stuff. So they hit Murmook and Feathered Shaman. Oh, Imprinted Murmook. Okay, so it's got to be a Banger this turn, or Shadow's turn here. Let's see. Yeah. What could I even hit? Because they don't have a Kichi, right? Trust no one doesn't do it. Information exchange would do it, but they just played the second one. He costs us 7. I think the best I'm going to do is bring them down to exactly 7. But I don't think I can change that. It's unfortunate placement here because I could have stolen with this, but nothing we can do about it now. So we're going to Breaker Hill, draw on your wrist clocks, Reap. It's in my discard. Is there even anything I can technically hit here? I think we would have had to hit one of these. Or the Cutthroat. Is Cutthroat in their archives? They would have played it. Ah, Chain Gang. Bummer. I think that was the only option we would have had. Don't know what was in their archives. But my guess is it was Shadows, Steel, which just wouldn't have been enough for us, right? So like if they're setting up the Brand, Snecklifter, because we didn't see Snecklifter come down, they were probably waiting for some of these artifacts. Possibly stealth modes, but really Cutthroat Research was our only option there, so dang. It's close, but not bad. Man, a lot of NKFL games going on today. I think Amber Media has actually been doing pretty good, which is cool. See them coming up. Let's see. Just gonna check some stuff here. I'm not sure if I actually know how to raid. Maybe we go raid. So I can call it good. I kind of want to do one more. Let's see if we can get one more. I'm liking the deck. I think it's doing some fun stuff. We'll do one more. This is our namesake deck after all, and it's a new deck, so I've got to get 5 plays with it. Having fun though. I do like this deck. I think it's, you know, for 64, it's got some plays. It does a lot of things that can disrupt certain kinds of strategies, like Kind Wars especially just disrupt certain things. The Imprinter Murmuruks can really play around some of that like taxing effects and stuff. If we can get another game. But then we'll go see how Zoc is doing with his NKFL match. He's playing... Yeah, J-Phil Peg, which that's gotta be some good games. So I don't blame anyone for not being here. I never know, like I feel like this time of day should be more European friendly, but the problem is it's a Saturday. And I've seen other streams try and do like Saturday and Sunday and they just didn't get people. But for some reason, like during the week, this time of day seems to get a lot of viewers. I also just don't have my name out there very much as far as streaming, which is fine. Just doing this kind of for practice right now until we get better. And then I'm looking into some video editing stuff. I would love to help out a little bit more with that, but I just need time. It takes so much time to do the video editing stuff. Alright, more Brazilian player here. Another Worlds Collide. So we're dodging the dodging the mass mutation, but we've got a triple Igor, double Tao Vapors, Festering Touches, triple Buzzle, Harbinger, Kirby's Blaster. Only one stealth mode this time. Double Garcia. So even those, man, those Kymores are like turned off. Let's see if we can get some logos going. Do they have? Do not have artifact control, so that's good at least. See if we can start cycling a little bit. We do have our chain gang set up, and they do not have random discard. They do have the Bornit's Touch, which will hurt something, and they've got the Creeping Oblivion, which is good for our Kymore because we can get stuff back in the deck instead of in the discard pile. Just a puzzle. And double check. So 3 fates. They do have the discombobulator, so we have to be careful of that. Yeah, we'll just go logos, drop this down, reap, discard that guy. Call it good. Here's the Kirby. The Blaster. Do they have a transporter platform? Because that would be rough. Bornit's Touch. They get Trust No One. Oh my gosh. Daughter Mimicry. Twin Bolt. Take your pick, but probably Mimicry. What I would hit. Mimicry is always scary, except they don't have like crazy actions for me. Mimicry is such a weird card. They might hit Daughter. We'll see. Try and just win the efficiency game, which they're going to do anyways with Triple Igor, Double Tao Tao, but we'll see. Good name too. The short names are so great. They're just always so like memorable and pointed. Dave Sweber. Yep. That is rough. I kind of just want to kill the Kirby, but kind of also just want to get some draw happening. I think we can do one more logo. Oh no, because we don't get the reap effect here either. Let's go Untamed. Start dropping some of this. Don't love it, but getting some cycling at least. And 2 damage isn't enough to kill on its own. I don't know if they have great creature control. Thorium. I mean, the puzzles are probably a lot of the creature control, but they don't really have a ton of creatures they want to purge, except for the other puzzles. Edamame. You tell me how they're supposed to be pronounced. Going back into Dis. Just fine with me. They might just drop some creatures to get eaten by the puzzle so they can fight off my Murmook. Or they play a Harbinger. Because I don't have a good way of killing it at the moment. Which kind of puts them in control here. But I wouldn't be surprised if they just purge Reap. Yeah. So seeing the Harbinger gone makes me happy. They still have the Red Alert, but Red Alert's a lot more conditional. Oh, interesting. I didn't sequence that right either. Unless... I don't think that's quite how they intended to do that turn, but we will take it for now. So Roxador does kill the Kirby. We don't really want to go Untamed here, but I kind of want to hold on to the shadows a little bit longer. So let's go back into Logos. We'll drop. This guy on the left, we're going to put the key under there because we just don't care about that card. It stays or goes. Don't want to discard any of this, so yeah, we're just going to fight this Kirby off. And start protecting that amber. All 1 ambers that I have. Plays the red alert for 1 damage. Oh, 2 damage because of that. So this gets put in our archives, which is totally fine. How do I feel about Kymor here? I don't mind it at all, I don't think. Untamed isn't too bad. Just gain some amber, but like I'd only be playing the 1 card and then I just hope to be Kymoring it next turn, but they don't really have much more creature control. Let's do that. Let's just start getting some amber. We'll wait for a better Shadow's turn. Let's put this on the left, blow that up. Reap. And again, putting the pressure on for them to just be checking the math because we got the Pocket Universe. But shaping up for a decent Shadow's turn. Didn't draw anymore, but gonna let them get some creatures on the board that we care to Kymor. The Buzzle is just kind of whatever because they have more of them anyways. Hapsis we're very happy to Kymor. Or, you know, 2 Wormhole Technicians is fun too. And then I think we Kymor the Hugger Mugger here and the Murmook. Assuming those are what stay alive. Why discard the Seismo Entangler? I don't have any artifact control. Huh! Not sure what their plan is, but we're just gonna go with it. We're gonna go Shadows. Not gonna take the archives. We'll just leave that there for the off chance the situation comes up. Play this. Play our Subtle Chain. Ready him. Discard a Titan Guardian. That's fine. Use the action ability. I shuffled the Subtle Chain. Does that actually make more sense then to shuffle the Chain Gang back in? So we're probably not going to get this if we're ahead on keys. Let's do that. So that way that and the Subtle Chain are back in the deck. So soft check here with the Pocket Universe and Imprinted Murmook. We'll see how they deal with that. This can't fight cleanly, but a Buzzle probably could. I haven't gone Logos hardly at all yet, so they haven't. I guess last turn was their first Logos turn, but they didn't have any Igors, which is kind of crazy. Festering Touch deals with the Murmook, so no key this turn, but we should have a nice burst next turn. Kind of wonder how long I should hold on to that unnatural. So I don't think I should hold on to it for all their Star Alliance, because we probably get a lot of amber here, and then they tax me with the Star Alliance, so... And the Tantadlin's actually good here, because there's a chance of discarding their archives once they get through those Taus. Second Festering just kills everything. Do we just go Logos next turn? Doesn't get us into check, because this doesn't have damage on it either, which is a problem. Untamed just barely gets us into check. That's 6. Well, 7 with this. Not finished with you gets Kirby. Just Kirby. Makes sense. Okay. We'll be able to anomaly exploit this after it's fought one of my creatures, so we're just going to do the Untamed turn here. No on the archives. Just burst up to 6 plus 1 with the Pocket Universe. Okay, really nice Logos follow-up here. Not stopping a key if they go up to 6, but that's fine. I think this is kind of a win right at the end of the game kind of deck. 3 Fates will kill these 3. That's fine with me. Means I can get both of these next to the Feathered Shaman. Exhumes. Ooh, so they shuffled the Kirby back in. That would have been a really good Kirby hit. Titan Guardian is not bad though. So there's no reason for me to use the Amber off of this yet, because Amber there can't be manipulated. Amber in other places, I guess they're not really stealing or anything, are they? Can't be captured by Frayne. That's basically the only reason I would not use it, but it's still better than nothing, so that, we'll go ahead and go to Logos. Do I want to damage it this turn? I probably do. I wish they had played one more so we could Thorium it instead of Twin Bolting, but that's okay. We'll hit, honestly, probably the Quant instead of the Candle unit. Is that silly? That might be silly. We'll hit the Candle unit. And we'll just throw this out there for the Amber. So they forged their first key, go into Logos, probably see those Igors start dropping down now. And we don't have our Tantadlin anymore, so if they start archiving, can't deal with it. But I'm not really sure what their deck's game plan is. I'm still mystified by them discarding this one, because they didn't have like a play limit that turn or anything. But they're gonna start burning and turning here with these Igors. Triple Igors, so much fun. One of my favorite decks to play. Also has triple Igor with the double Exhumes. Thorium puts another damage on the Candle unit. Still keeps it next to the Shaman though. Maybe a little bit of a mistake there. I'd put it on the other side so that I can't ward it. So if I go on Tame next turn, which I probably will, I could go back into Logos. Just enrage things. Not super worried about the Discombobulator right now, so yeah, let's go Logos. Is that worth not warding there? Yeah. Play this on the left to try and ward it next turn. We will reap here to use this to damage that. Kill it with the Exploiter. Reap. Back in Amber. Okay, so now they're starting to get into the realm of like, yeah, they gotta play their Star Alliance to start stopping keys. But pretty happy with our line. This is, man, Worlds Collide Logos, if you can actually keep a board of them, they're so cool. Another one, I don't know if I've played it on the channel or not before, but one of my other favorites has like, it's like 10 Logos creatures, 2 of which are Quants, and then it has like 2 or 3 Song of the Wilds. So you just get this massive Logos board, and then play a Song of the Wild with Quant, and then they all reap for 2. It's pretty gross. Okay, so we got Super Garcia with an Ingram, other Garcia. We don't have ping damage anymore to try and get that off. So how do we want to do this? I don't really want to fight with this. I really don't want to play that yet. Maybe we just wait on the Garcias. Set this stuff up so if they reap, they're in trouble anyways. Let's do that. I think we can still play the Unnatural here because the Garcias are the main thing we were waiting on for that. We'll do kind of like we did in the last game where we do this and we can actually save them through the Unnatural. So we will save this, and we'll lose the ward on the daughter. think we just kill one because we're going to kill another one here. So we'll save this, and this. And then put both of these on the outsides, trying to hit him with the Kymor. Still need to deal with that Garcia because it's got like blasters and stuff on it. Disruption Field is bumping our key cost up. They do have to reap and give us the Amber with the Kindle unit though. And Red Alert is still gone, right? Oh, they discard this with the Igors? They might have. That'd be huge. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, because I played 2 Igors. They must have. Alright, Kirby, walls. Very glad we killed those other 2. But we are going to have to do some fighting now, because that's most of our Amber control gone. Gray is a fantastic card. See if they actually just tax me here. Because with the Reap, yep, they give me the draw. They can deal 2 damage. I guess I have this down, which is taxing myself too, but I think that's fine for the... four damage it did. Don't love. We're still missing our Kymor here. But they just gave it to us, which is just fantastic. Thank you for that. Do we have a solution for this Garcia? So they redrew with the Tao Tao and got their Garcia back. That's not great. Can we do the Key of Darkness here? No, we don't want to with 12 key costs. What can we do? Could still Kymor. If we go into Logos, this is all just steel, which doesn't help us a ton. No ping damage is kind of a pain here. I think Logos with the Kymor is probably our best, so... I'm gonna look at the Kymor, the... Ronnie. I think it's still our best. Okay, so... First things first, we do want to do the Kymor. So we're going to fight the Kirby, Reap here, do I want to kill this before I Kymor? Or do I just save? I'm not really drawing much this turn anyways. Yeah, let's go ahead and kill it. Fight. Ping. Kymor. I don't know. Keeping that Garcia alive is not ideal, but just haven't had quite the tools to get rid of it, so just waiting. And they purged their board to clear, so like they have to do some work to get that stuff off. 3 Fates actually hits their ward, so that's kind of nice. Still don't have a way to kill it unless I fight it with the Chain Gang, but Creeping probably hits. It's a tough call. Probably Unnatural and maybe Candle Unit, maybe Phlox'em. They're about to cycle. They haven't seen the Ronnie yet, so they can't cycle that. Doesn't look like a ton of value when you look in here. Unnatural and unsuspecting. Okay, so going for my creature control. Which makes sense. They have a scary board if they get it out. Like that Star Alliance is why I held the unnatural for a while. I guess I could have held it one more turn, but... we are going to forge here for 7. And we are again going to use all the amber out of our pool. Fights the shaman. Gonna purge the Garcia. Oh, and they went up to 7. Risky move there, buddy. Shadows. We are not going to take them down to 0, so Key of Darkness is still pointless. Right, I would have to get to 12, so 8 amber on this turn, aside from what I have in Pocket Universe. Just ridiculous. So Ronnie first. Breaker. Chain Gang. Subtle Chain. Discard to Igor. Do I just fight the Garcia here? It's kind of their main out, right? Do I hold this? Nah. I didn't keep that because like I could have stayed and gone into Shadows again, but most likely I'm going into Untamed for the creature control and the key cost reduction. They're going into logo switch unless they have... oh, I think that just means we win. Yeah, that should be game. Maybe they forgot about this. Or they just have a handful of logos and don't really have any other options. Cool. Well, feeling pretty good about this deck so far. It's just got some fun stuff. I mean, especially for a 64, which again, gotta play your decks. What's up, Dinobot? Someone came to watch me. I think a few people came in, and then they immediately left to go watch Zox and KFL game. So, having fun. We are playing a namesake deck, my first Orion deck, which one of my friends at Locals just opened it randomly. We were just playing sealed games, and I didn't even see that they opened it, but one of the other guys there told them that Orion was my Discord handle, and so he just gave it to me. It's nothing crazy, but it's got some really fun synergy with Kymores and stuff. So we're having fun with it. I think that was our... let's see. I did not want to stick around. I don't even know. Yeah, 2-1 so far. But double Kymore with the Ronnie, but then also with like the Phlox'em and Mustic Murmook. It's got some really cool synergy there. There's some house cheating where you can play the Kymore with like Quant or Jargoggle. If you put it under Jargoggle, you can hit something and then Jargoggle's still on the board, so it gets Kymored. It's kind of one of those fun interactions. It's got a lot of decent creature control. Mimicry is always great. Key of Darkness is one of the worst cards ever. It's got 2 of the worst rares. 3. It's got 3 of the worst rares ever in Roxador, Key of Darkness, and I mean Ring of Invisibility is not great. It's, as far as rares go, it's pretty sad, but yeah, they're just having fun, hanging out, playing some games. These guys, yeah. Oh, maybe that wasn't an NKFL game, but I thought it was. But I know Zoc was playing J. Philpeg. Maybe they finished already. Is that what they were doing? Okay, Zoc's done. It's too bad Amber Medias isn't doing theirs yet, which I'm not streaming mine either. KFPL, okay. So that's the Archon best of 3 league, right? Yeah, I thought about joining that one for a few seconds. Just the degeneracy in that league has to be through the roof. Are you still in that one? I do have my NKFL game in a little bit. I'm probably gonna hop off streaming for that. I'm just I don't play as well when I'm streaming. When I'm recording, I do okay, but kind of if I'm gonna record, I want to record every game of the season or no games, because then it just feels kind of weird. Like if I avoid the games I know I'm gonna lose or whatever, like against Danielle or something. But I think that one's in like an hour or so, so I might do one more game here, play an Astron later, and the losers bracket. Should look at what's going on in that bracket, because there's already been some pretty intense stuff. Is there a... It's on challenge, right? Let's go see how things are going. Oh wow, this has progressed very far already. I thought it was only like round 2 or 3. So we've got Algernon beat Sith. Looks like J. Phil and Syzox. Is that who's playing right now? No. J. Phil and Lorenz. Oh, because J. Phil just played Zoc. So now they gotta play this one. Not Tonight, of course, is doing pretty well. And Jupiter's doing pretty well. That's interesting. Do you know, is there a deck list up to? That'd be really interesting to see what some of these top decks are looking like. There's a Captain versus Ugluk. Sock is now down there. Karen's kicked out. Oh, I think I saw that game. That was pretty rough, but I know she was saying she wanted to try a deck that is not maybe she considers her best. Yeah, he's got, I mean, from what I could see Kodo Rush doing really, really well, because I think it used to be that Worlds Collide control really shut down Kodo Rush, but I think Mass Mutation board sort of edges out a lot of Worlds Collide control, because it's just a little bit too slow to deal with the efficiency of the Mass Mutation, or Mass Mutation just does the other disruptive things like Eaton's Jar, and Worlds Collide just doesn't have the board control or the artifact control. And so I think that's kind of opened it up for some of those crazy Kodo Rush decks to kind of get back to the top, where they used to be a little bit dangerous because of the control decks. Cool. Yeah, I would have done so terribly. Well, I know Jupiter, I think he sold almost everything when he started playing Flesh and Blood, after Keyforge went on hiatus, so I think he kind of, maybe he held on to like his top 6 or something, but he must be coming back. I feel like that take is kind of what I've gotten from playing an NKFL, which I love NKFL. I think I talked about it last time, the only other time I streamed. But what I'm seeing in terms of like what decks, like the matchups that I'm seeing, is Worlds Collide just on average seems to not have enough board control to deal with MM, and just because of that, there's less of it in the higher level, which is what opens the door for the Worlds Collide, or for the Kodo Rush again. But I mean, there's always like, you know, the crazy combo decks in like AOA and stuff, or what is it? Like Dave's triple stealth mode deck that can, you know, really shut down all of that still. But yeah, so he's rebuying some stuff. Let me see. I was gonna see if they had the decks pinned. It's got their player in their collection. It's not quite the same thing. And then results reporting. Yeah, so I don't see a deck list anywhere, but let's hop into one more game. I'm having fun with this deck. I was saying when I first got on here that, like, this is the first Orion deck because there's, like, not a single Orion deck on the secondary market. You can find decks that have that name as part of, like, a bigger word that are from another country, which are, like, two things I don't want. I want it to just be Orion, not, like, Oranian or whatever, like some crazy names. And I don't want to get something from overseas because it's just a hassle. But so I think I did search for, like, trying to buy decks with Orion like a year ago, and there's just nothing on the market. And so just kind of fortunate that I was able to get this one from a buddy here. So it's fun. Always good to have that sentimental tie to your decks. And it's just fun playing Worlds Collide. I know, like, even this house combination can easily get, like, muscled off the board or not have enough amber control or whatever, but so far this deck is doing more than I expected, I think. I'm sure there are, like, there are going to be some bad matchups, but fun stuff. Lots of elusive. So if you're fighting off the board sticks pretty well. Yeah, that was really cool. Especially, like I said, wasn't even me that, like, caught it. It was one of the other guys here who noticed that it was an Orion deck and was like, oh, hey, you should give that to him. Or I don't know if he said it that way, but it was like, it's his handle is Orion. Yeah. And I think I just gave it to me. One, because I think he had just played it and didn't like it, so. Alright, double Exhume. God, we've played almost, I think everything we've played is AoA or Worlds Collide today. I don't know where everyone's Mass Mutation went. Hawk is not good. Brend is not great, except we can Kymore it. Eddies aren't great. A lot more creature control in this one. Got the Infernus. Man. Yeah, this is going to be a lot rougher, but we'll see what we can do. We're going to keep this Logos hand. Draw out the creature control with the Battling Bibliophile, and then hopefully these will have a better chance of sticking. But probably not, because they have so much creature control. And they have a snag. Am I okay getting put back into Logos? I think this is safer. Just make sure that's got some damage on it. Problem is, well, I guess I can kill it with the Twin Bolt next turn. I don't want to play this because it's got the... Good night. I am not keeping creatures on the board this game. This is going to be brutal. So we can kill this anyways, at least. Twin Bolt. I just use it to kill both of those. They're going to kill everything anyways. But we'll try and keep stuff alive. But I mean, like, one Positron and this is gone. This is going to be a rough game. This is much more, this deck is kind of crazy. There's so many pips. And it's just like all creature control. But no straight board clears. Yeah, so they're on 5 already. We're going to hold the Shadows for at least one more turn. Sad we lost our Murmuk because that kind of helps drive. Going to keep this in the middle to avoid the Spike Trap. No way to tax now, or no good way to tax. Could always play the Hugger Mugger one turn and then wait for them to kill it and then Ronnie, but we probably just go Logos this turn so that we can at least find Kymor to hit the Ronnie with. Ooh. Man, that's tricky. So Ronnie takes him off check, but definitely risks not being able to Kymor. See if we can hit their creature control. So let's see, we want a Shadows, and we're going to do... There's Positron Bolt, I'll take it. And luckily we can play this first so that Ronnie stays on the outside in case we're able to Kymor next turn. Still not in check, unfortunately, even with the Murmook, but... Oh, unless they give it to me. Oh, or they're going to do that with the Brand. That's a shame. So let's see, we could hit the Information Exchange to steal 2 back. Ronnie's gone. Kymor doesn't help us. They don't have a TMTP. It's looking rough, but I think that Untamed turn is probably our best bet. So we're just going to hit the Information Exchange to steal 2 back. So they just stole from us. And just go to 6. And watch them Infernus our deck away. No! No! Don't do it! It was a good deck. Man, and this is, again, another game that the Brens are killing me too. So the second game I played today, they had an Anomal Exploiter on the board. They Wild Wormhole, so Logos turn, they Wild Wormholed into a Brand, played a Twin Bolt to damage their Brand, and then played a remote access to use my Anomal Exploiter to blow up their Brand. It was disgusting. Okay, well, I guess we're going Shadows. Let's see, how do I want to sequence this? Breaker. Fidget. Chain Gang. That's on the right too. And then let's put this on Quant. And see if they have a Ronnie after I do that. Okay, they don't. But they do have Infernus. Joke's on them, I have nothing valuable to purge. Lethal Mayhem. There's so much creature control in this deck. I'll look this one up afterwards. This is hilarious. Height. Roofer Tracker. Oh, and of course they stole my Chain Gang. Do they have Subtle Chain? That'd be crazy if they do. Did they play it? No. Because they were in Dis. Not going good. Do I leave the Chain Gang on the board? I actually have a really good Trust No One play here, so I think we go that way. Because we can fight this into the Chain Gang and then Trust No One for 3, right? I think we're gonna do that. And then discard this garbage card. But yeah, getting beat up by Brens today. Which is fine. Bren's a great card. I hated it when it first came out. Oh no, don't you dare play a Subtle Chain with 2 Chain Gangs. Okay, dang it. I've got the Kymor, but nothing to go with it, really. So let's go Logos. Let's see if we can do the Kymor combo with Jargoggle next turn. Let's blow up my Chain Gang so they can't do it with 2 of them at least. They have Bounce. They have their own Kymor, but it's gone, right? Leave, yeah. So yeah, we'll put that under Jar Goggle. Alright. Decent untamed follow-up here if we can kill some things. And oh, I got an amber for the Logos plant. Haha. Got him. Brenda's a cool card though. Yeah, it's a very combo-driven card, especially like just at the skill level most people are at now. You can't just kind of leave it on the board and hope they blow it up at some point. You have to have those combos, otherwise it gets shuffled back into your deck or something. Don't get one more. Don't get one more. Alright. Chain Gang is warded. We can ping that if we want to. We need to kill this. And this. No. Ward this. That. I don't have any archives, so there's not really a reason to kill these. If we just leave them on the board, it's kind of on them to deal with it. Do I even want to put this next to Feathered Shaman? It's just such a terrible card. Oh, Roxador. Hawk already takes us past. There's a Subtle Chain to get rid of Candle Unit. I might get this key. Oh no, I'm at 7 because of my own Murmook. Didn't think that one through. Kymor for fun. I think it's just Untamed. GG. Yeah. Alright, let's look at this deck because that was hilarious. Let's go. Just a 93. No big deal. Yeah. Is that who's selling this? I don't know if that's who we played against or not. Maybe they were testing it to see if they wanted to buy it, but holy crap. You know what? I got a key and a half against it. Is it? Okay. That's not who we played, so this person might be checking it out to see if they want to buy it. I wonder, maybe this deck was featured on Zox's stream or something, and somebody was just interested in checking it out. But yeah, that's crazy. It's such an intense deck. Especially for like this. Like, this is hilarious. 30 creature power. But the creature control was just crazy. I think if you got a decent amount of armor, maybe. I don't know how soon it came on. Listed in January, so he probably talked about it a little bit ago. Because that's exactly a month ago that it was listed. Maybe there were new offers on it or something. But yeah, that is... You banned it in NKFL. They didn't play it. Huh. But this was against one of your opponents. Imagine having this and not even playing it. What the heck? I'm sure it has bad matchups. Like, most of this creature control is damage based instead of like destroyed based. So if you have a lot of armor or something, or if you're not able to get your, because it's not a ton of efficiency, but you haven't played against it yet. But you've played against him twice. That's funny. Well, let's see. So in how many ways do they have to kill the Brand? That's what I want to see. So if they exhume it, they can Draining Touch it, Gleeful Mayhem it, if they have Harbinger of Doom out. or if they have, like they did the spike trap out. Do they have a way in shadows? Not really, right? They'd have to mug it and then do something aside from the spike trap. Yeah. Man. Well, it's still fun to play against a deck like this. Like, I haven't seen something like this for a while. And that's intense. It totally destroyed me, but I like getting to try and, you know, test a deck like this against something like that and still feel like I'm trying to make the best plays possible, even if there's no chance. He probably knew there was no chance, but I wonder if I got my Untamed a little bit earlier, because no, his creature control just destroys it. That's really cool. I don't think I'd ever pay $650 for a Keyforge deck, but could make someone pretty happy. Positron, you can hit your own side, right? Yeah, so if you like Wild Wormhole your Brand onto the board, got the information exchange with the Cutthroat. Yeah, that's a brutal deck. I like it. Cool. Alright, well, thanks for hopping on, Dinobot. I think we're going to cut the stream off here. Got to play some really fun games with this deck. I'm really excited about having a namesake deck. Maybe I'll try and play enough games to where it becomes like an adaptive deck, but for now it's just fun. Having some fun playing it and stuff, so we'll catch you next time. I'll try and actually post on like Discords and stuff next time, but I'm still just getting used to all this, so I also need to come up with a tagline. I guess God of Phlox'em is already the tagline, but everyone else says it more and better than me anyways, so thank you all for joining. We'll throw this one up on YouTube, I think, just because it's some fun games with a specific deck, but we'll see y'all next time. Have a good one.